A cat can keep its distance all day long, but when night comes, it chooses you. Why does an independent animal fall asleep on a person? And what does it mean? No matter how hard a person tries to surround a cat with attention, care, and affection, this animal almost always remains true to its inner rules. It's as if cats maintain an invisible boundary and are in no hurry to let anyone get too close. That's why many people are genuinely surprised by one thing: why such independent creatures so often choose the human body as a place to sleep. Let's take a closer look at this phenomenon. Here are the main reasons why cats prefer to fall asleep right on top of people. Let's start with the most obvious one related to warmth. If the room is cool, the cat instinctively begins to look for a source of gentle, even heat. Radiators and heaters are often too hot, dry, or uncomfortable. But the human body is ideal. It radiates stable heat, does not burn, and remains soft. Lying on the stomach, chest, or back of its owner, a cat feels comfortable, safe, and can completely relax, falling into a deep sleep. There is another important point: the need for physical contact. Contrary to popular belief, cats need touch no less than dogs or other pets. This is especially evident during periods when the pet lacks attention. The modern pace of life often leaves people with minimal free time. Work, household chores, and fatigue gradually replace play, affection, and peaceful communication with animals. At the same time, cats are unable to understand that their owner's busyness or fatigue has nothing to do with their feelings. At such moments, they may feel unwanted and forgotten. By snuggling up to a person and settling closer, a cat silently asks for warmth, care, and emotional connection, which is vital for them. The next explanation is related to the feeling of security, the desire for peace and safety. When a cat lies down on a person's chest, it hears the steady, rhythmic beating of their heart. This sound has a calming effect on the cat, reduces its anxiety, and helps it relax. Many cats perceive the chest area as the most reliable and protected place. Sometimes a pet comes to sleep with its owner not regularly, but only during periods of stress, after fear or strong excitement, instinctively seeking support. In addition, it is worth paying attention to one more detail: the manifestation of love and affection. If a cat settles down on a person and starts purring, this is one of the most sincere ways to express its feelings. Despite their reputation as cold and independent animals, cats are very sensitive to emotional connections and cherish those they trust. No cat will lie on a person they do not like. In this, they are surprisingly honest and not prone to pretense. The emotional factor, a sense of ownership, plays a significant role. Cats often perceive their owner as something that belongs exclusively to them. By lying on a person, they can demonstratively push away other family members or pets. In this way, the cat seems to be saying, "I am the most important thing in your life." Moreover, during such rest, the pet leaves its scent on the owner's clothes and skin, using the glands on the pads of its paws. In this way, the cat finally marks the person as part of its territory. The protective instinct deserves special attention. Some cats are bold, confident, and even dominant in character. Such animals perceive caring for the home and owner as their personal mission. When a cat lies down next to a person or directly on them, it is not just resting. At this moment, it is as if it remains on duty, attentively standing guard and subconsciously protecting the owner from any possible threat. There is also an explanation related to habits and folk omens. There is a belief that if a cat falls asleep at a person's head, it supposedly portends illness. However, such omens are only valid for those who believe in them. In practice, everything is much simpler and more logical. A cat may find it comfortable to lie at the head of the bed because of the soft pillow, warmth, quiet, and feeling of complete peace. We cannot fail to mention the therapeutic aspect of this phenomenon: felinotherapy. Many have heard about the healing effect of cats on humans. Scientists believe that regular contact with these animals can reduce the risk of heart attacks and strokes by more than a third. Cats help stabilize blood pressure, slow down a rapid pulse, and have a positive effect on the nervous system. They can reduce anxiety, alleviate depression, and improve sleep quality. There is a belief that when a cat lies on a person's chest or shoulder blade area, especially on the left side, it promotes calmer and more regular heart function. Cats often settle on their owner's feet, purring quietly. It is believed that at such moments they have an effect on sore joints or bones. Therefore, owners should be attentive. If a pet regularly chooses the same place on the body, this can be a kind of signal. For example, the abdominal area is sometimes associated with digestive problems and the back with possible kidney disorders. Another reason lies in smells. Sometimes a cat lies on a person's chest simply to smell them. Strange as it may seem, the smell of their owner's body can be very pleasant for cats. That is why many cats prefer to sleep at their owner's feet or near areas where the smell is stronger. What may seem unpleasant to humans often has a calming and relaxing effect on cats. Moreover, there is a belief that the smell of human sweat has a particularly attractive effect on cats. Some explanations are more philosophical in nature. There is a suggestion that cats lie on people to take away their negative energy. Many owners notice that even after brief contact with their pet, their mood improves, anxiety decreases, and internal tension gradually disappears. Some people sincerely believe that cats are capable of cleansing a person not only emotionally but also on a deeper, energetic level. Finally, habit and attachment play an important role. Even if a cat has a soft and comfortable bed in a warm and quiet corner of the house, it still chooses to be near a person from time to time. This is often due to early experiences. If a kitten was allowed to sleep on the bed, pillow, or next to its owner as a child, this behavior pattern becomes ingrained for a long time. For a small animal, it was a way to not feel lonely, and these associations remain as it grows older. Let's summarize and figure out which people cats sleep on most often. If you show care, patience, gentleness, and respect for your pet, it will surely respond with trust and affection. The warmer and more harmonious the relationship between a person and a cat, the stronger its desire to be close. If a cat falls asleep on you, it is first and foremost a sign of love and trust. In every family, a cat usually chooses one person whom it considers its main owner. It is this person that the cat most often chooses for a peaceful and safe sleep. Cats are very sensitive and emotionally receptive creatures. It is no coincidence that they are often attributed with almost mystical abilities. Thanks to its keen intuition, a cat chooses a person who suits its inner state and energy. It will only sleep with someone it feels deep affection for and feels safe with. Cats most often avoid children for sleeping, as their behavior can be abrupt and unpredictable. Pulling on the tail, ears, or whiskers, overly active hugs, and insistent petting often cause stress for the animal. For a peaceful and comfortable rest, a cat chooses a person whom it considers reliable and safe. You have to earn this animal's trust because cats are independent and capricious by nature. Therefore, if a cat has chosen you as its sleeping place, you can really be proud of that. And when encouraging joint rest with your pet, it is important to remember the main thing. Such contact should be pleasant and comfortable for both of you.